our shirt on Teespring.
ESPN and other outlets have reported on several misleading claims Donald Trump has made regarding transgender athletes in college sports, particularly concerning a February 2025 executive order he signed. The coverage focuses on how Trump's rhetoric and actions misrepresent the reality of transgender participation and rely on misleading exaggerations. Key misleading claims reported by outlets, including ESPN. The scale of transgender participation. Trump's rhetoric often portrays transgender women in college sports as a widespread issue, impacting the integrity of competition. Reporting from ESPN highlights that the number of transgender athletes in college sports is extremely low, with the former NCAA president noting fewer than 10 openly transgender athletes existed out of more than 530,000 competing. Mischaracterization of athletes. In a February 2025 speech, Trump cited the example of two boxers, Imaine Khalif and Lin Yuting, claiming they were transgender women competing against cisgender women. Fact checks by other outlets noted that both athletes were born and identify as female, and the claims were inaccurate. The framing of fairness in sports. Trump's executive order, titled Keeping Men Out of Women's Sports, frames transgender women's participation as men competing against women. Critics, as reported by ESPN and other sources, argue this rhetoric is a deliberate mischaracterization designed to demonize transgender individuals. Advocates note that the debate is more complex and involves navigating the values of fairness and inclusion. Basis for legal action. In early 2025, the Trump administration initiated investigations into universities and athletic associations, threatening to strip federal funding based on a reinterpretation of Title IX. ESPN reported on these moves, with transgender rights advocates condemning the action as an abuse of power. In response to Trump's February 2025 executive order, the NCAA, the National Collegiate Athletic Association (NCAA), changed its policy to align with Trump's executive order, now defining the women's category to include only athletes assigned female at birth. Advocates, transgender rights groups, including the National Women's Law Center and GLAAD, condemned the actions. Fatima Gosgraves, president and CEO of the National Women's Law Center, stated that trans students do not pose threats to sports. Athlete response. News reports shared the stories of transgender athletes affected by these decisions. One transgender track and field competitor, Sadie Schreiner, stated, "This was never about trans athletics, science, or fairness. It has always been about oppression."